let's handle AB real quick and Blair Cobbs.
Yes.
Man, y'all watched that? Yeah. I seen you calling it.
I had a round by round.
You had a round by round?
That was entertaining, man.
I had a little bit of a round by round.
Yeah, Shawn stopped out the wall.
If I was in Vegas, I'd have asked you to join me. But
I feel like Shawn went every 3 rounds, 2 or 3 rounds. He said something. Go ahead, Zayt.
Well, this is kind of what I was getting at with Mosley. His path to victory against Jacobs is, being busier and more enthusiastic against the older, more accomplished guy, like Cobbs was with Broner. And Cobbs, Broner, I think part of why Broner went down against Cobbs and he didn't go down against much greater fighters than Manny Pacquiao, Mikey Garcia, yourself, is because he was trying to win. And when he fought you and when he fought those guys, he was trying to survive. And so he's not coming forward out of the high guard like he did all night against Cobbs. And so when he got hit with that left hand in round 2, he walked into it with really little to no respect for what Cobbs was throwing. And so, oh, shit.
It was a shocking knockdown.
Right.
He was hurt, but it was the first round, a little shocking. I'm a little cold.
Well, George Foreman, sometimes you started to think that it was just, old country George Foreman whistling cliches, but there's a reason why George Foreman, every HBO telecast, would place so much emphasis on who has the better sweat built up heading into the ring. The worst thing you want to do is go in there dry. And Broner looked dry.
You don't hear people talk about that anymore.
No.
As the fight starts.
Right.
Yep.
Right. No, you don't.
Yep.
So Cobbs just isn't that much younger than him, but we talked about this last week. He's so much younger than him, mileage on the body wise, number of fights wise, moving up and down in weights and outside the ring lifestyle and everything. And that all caught up with Broner. And it caught up with Broner some years ago. This isn't new, but we still thought maybe he could be a guy. I mean, we did wind up picking Cobbs last week, but we thought, maybe Cobbs is a front runner. And shout out to Justin Gamber, who I went to go see Justin and Blair a week or 2 ago before the fight. And Justin Gamber, who took Caleb Plant to a world title. And then when Caleb fought Canelo, he brought in a lot of other secondary trainers, and that kind of lessened Justin's voice in there. And then ultimately they parted ways after he lost that fight. Yeah. So Justin Gamber gets some redemption through this performance because he is a very high boxing IQ coach. Maybe to some people he doesn't look the part, but he's a very, very high intellect boxing guy. And Justin told me, I told Blair straight up, you front run in some of your fights. We can't do that in this fight. And Blair didn't do that. He was able to maintain 1 through 10. Yeah. AB tried his best to speed him up, make him panic a little bit, exert energy. Yeah. But Blair moved just enough, and he had so much more life in his legs. Broner's always been fast from the waist up, but not as quick with his feet, not as educated with his feet. But his, it just reminds me of Zab Judah back in the day, where this time Zab's focused. And at some point, you lose so many of those big fights, and even that great talent that tantalizes people, that makes people think maybe this is the time, that ship starts to sail. Your hand speed ain't the same. Your reflexes aren't the same. And so Broner's at a stage now, even when he tries to turn it on, some of those gifts have left him from what they once were. Yeah.
The body can't do what he wants to do.
Yes.
And I've seen that in the fight. I'm like, he's fighting like Broner at 135, 140. When at the end of the day, he ain't got that. You get longer in your career, Shawn made adjustments. Michael Jordan went from playing above the rim to the jump shot. It's just adjustments that I haven't seen from Broner yet in his career. In his mind, he's still Broner. Yeah. I still can get my shit off and get back, get in and out. I'm fast like that. I'm that guy.
In my mind, while I'm watching it, he's still Broner. Oh, my God. I'm like, you a check hook away, bro.
Yo,
he tried it though over and over.
He tried it over and over, and I haven't seen that in a long time. And so when I saw
Blair was out the way though.
I saw that he was trying it. I'm like, yo, you're thinking and behaving like you used to.
The body can't do.
The whole fight. I'm in my hand like. I was watching it like, you a check hook away. I remember that punch. You know what I mean?
I bet you do.
No, shut up.
you did it.
Well, no, kind of a microcosm of his career at times. All of a sudden, it flashed at the bell.
Yeah.
At the bell at the end of literally the end of the fight.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, a zippy combination comes out.
Yeah.
An old vintage Adrien Broner combo comes out, and it's like that wasn't there.
You know what that is?
Yeah.
I like to tell people, I was telling the kids that I was training the other day, you have to be both willing and able. You know what I mean? You can't lack either. If you know that zipping combination at the end of the fight, you have to be able to do that. He's able to do it. We saw that. But then mentally, you got to be willing to do it. He wasn't willing to do it every single round, all round, because of probably fear of gassing out. I would imagine that's the number one thing. And then, of course, the return. If you're that close to somebody and you're getting off a double jab in the right hand, what's the return going to be? Because, again, what comes with the return is my defense. You know what I mean? What I'm saying now is your heart rate increases from it all. Your heart rate's going to increase from the triple jab in the right hand. Then your heart rate is going to increase from the defense that you got to use. Then if you're not Shawn Porter, you're taking a step back to get that distance, that range, and then you're starting over again. You know what I mean? So that when you take that step back and create that range, now all of a sudden, consciously, now you feel your heart. In the moment, you don't feel any of it. Don't. But when I step back and I go to get my breath, now mentally, I'm feeling it all. I'm feeling it in my legs. I'm feeling it in my shoulders, my arms. I haven't been here in a long time. I used to do that. I don't know if I can. And it's just too much. You know what I mean? So we can see that he was able. He just wasn't willing.
That's why the mouthpiece kept coming out?
Oh, I didn't know you was going to go there.
Yeah, I was going to go there. Maybe the tools, maybe just... He had his mouth open a lot, man.
Damn.
Damn, that was in the second round, too.
Oh, AB.
I was like, dang, AB about to get cleaned up like this. I did want him to finish on his feet. I mean, it's one of those things. Yeah, I think it's at a point. I don't know.
The knockdown was in the first round.
Second round.
The knockdown was in the
Second round.
Oh, it was the second round. Damn, I thought it was the first round.
I think we all at the point now. It's just we over there. This fight, I'm about to show you this fight.
Yeah.
I think AB, you lied to us enough. It's like the day they say I'm coming to pick you up. You ain't coming to pick us up.
Oh, damn.
And shout out to everybody that daddy and that parent got to. I've been there.
I've been wishing.
Yes, I have. I've been there.
I've been wishing for Adrien that somehow he could have broken to Hollywood for the longest now. Because
Broken to Hollywood?
he
Okay.
put him on, put him on some gangster shit. Like put him on Power or something, Like
I like that. BMF, I like that.
he is more authentic and entertaining than a lot of people that make it in Hollywood. And I think, casted in some right roles, he could deliver a little bit and be authentic. And so, but yeah, it's tough. The way he's going out there with the tooth and everything is the way a lot of old champions had to go out. It's a tough sport, man. It is what it is.
Do you guys think the worst move AB made was going to 147?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Staying at 135, 140. He's he's definitely a Hall of Famer. What he's done, but standing at 135, 140, he's on that list.
There's a big debate about if he's a Hall of Famer.
Is it?
There in terms of the people that are voting for that. Yeah, it's that's very
okay.
It's a debate. Like I don't know if
He jumped over 140, didn't he?
He did, and then eventually won a title, the WBA title there against Alakardiev, I think his name was, and so.
But I think that was the big, quote unquote, downfall was him jumping over 140 and going to 47.
Where did he fight Mike yet?
140.
Reason being though is because it gave him the opportunity to be laxed. He knew when he was making 135, he knew how hard he was working to get to that weight class. Then when he jumped to 147, was the first fight? Was it Paulie?
It was at 47.
When he jumped
WBA title,
and he saw everything. He saw I'm quicker than this dude. I'm stronger than this dude. I'm faster than this dude. I got more skill than all that kind of stuff. I don't got to work for it. And then that kind of is what became kind of the snowball effect. He not losing the work that he was doing to get to 35. And of course the other work, not just the work of working off the weight, but also trying to get sharp and all those other things. He just didn't have to work to get sharp anymore and lost it. Then now I got to turn it on so I can get sharp for a Maidana. He never did. So I can get sharp for Shawn Porter. Never did in a couple of other fights. He just kind of lost it from there, I think.
But I mean, mindset wise, you got to think Paulie's just a stepping stone. He's not Earl Spence, Shawn Porter, Keith Thurman, Kell Brook.
But listen, at that point in time, was a high profile fight.
And he had a belt.
It was and it was for a belt, but in the money. So no, it wasn't us. Paulie wasn't us, but that made it that where you lack in terms of like true hard contending fight. You raise all that with the money that's on in the profile of the fight and the promotion and all that kind of stuff.
It was a big fight in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he had this mindset wise, like when I'm at practice with the kids, I'm like, you want to be the best cornerback, best running back on this team? All right, cool. This is not the goal. It's to be the best in the country. But it's like, I don't know, maybe, like you said, maybe he got really content.
Yeah.
Beating Paulie was like, okay.
Yeah.
And then what? Or after Paulie, right to Madonna?
Madonna, yeah.
Ooh, shit.
Was this his first fight without Coach Mike Stafford or second fight?
He trained some fights with Kevin Cunningham.
Oh yeah, you're right. He was already with Kev before Mike passed anyway. I know that hit him hard.
Yeah.
So I still no excuses, but I still that just ain't the AB.
Well, just to close on a high note for Adrien, like I'll always say, his performance against DeMarco, that's still the best night of his career. That was a brilliant performance. In all, a performance that is worth a rewatch a decade later if you love boxing.
Yeah.
And if he could have stayed at lightweight longer, that'd have been great. I really wish that him and Danny would have fought at 40 when Danny was selling out at Barclays. AB was selling out at Barclays. He skipped 140.
Yeah.
And in 2013, that should have been the fight.
That would have been a really nice fight.
At Barclays.
That would have been a nice
Hell of a fight. Hell of a fight at 140.
Styles make fights, that's perfect for both them guys.
It's been a great fight.
Yeah.
So, but he was at his best at 35, and he was a damn good lightweight.
Yeah.
And it's a shame we couldn't see him stay there longer, unify, move up to 40 instead of skipping it straight to 47 and fighting Danny. But coulda, shoulda, woulda. He was a really damn good lightweight.
Absolutely.
So yeah.
And then
I like to give him credit. Like I'm always proud of people in moments. Second half of the Madonna fight, he kept fighting. He kept fucking fighting, and I give him props for that. He kept giving that guy everything he had. He kept getting up. Sometimes you just gotta give people props. I mean, if you watch the fight, all you see is the highlights. Baby kept doing his thing in that fight.
He hurt him with a few left hooks down the stretch. Yeah.
And then last one for me on AB. I don't know what you know about him breaking out into Hollywood, but
I don't know anything. I just think it'd be cool.
The kid got more character than most people know.
Yeah.
The kid is. You already know. I always refer to people as kids in the boxing game. I don't truly mean that, but I've known AB for a very long time. Very charismatic, personality out the roof. Not afraid of anything or anyone, and I would truly love to see him break into the Hollywood world as well. But beyond that, I do want to let people know that if you've never had an opportunity to walk into AB outside of boxing, one of the coolest, funnest people to be around outside of boxing. I don't think he necessarily felt like I have to put on this face because I'm in the boxing world, but he always had this switch, and the switch always was on when he was in the boxing world. But when you outside of the boxing world and that switch is off, smart, intellectual, fun, and happy to see him in the ring. I hated to see it go this way. And I think lastly, do we expect him anymore?
Whether he continues to fight or not, his days of being a championship level fighter have been done for some years now. I just wish him the best though.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Very entertaining. Gave us a hell of a career. That's it. But
hey,
if you want to see a real down to earth AB, go back watch when he was on our show. He was real chill to interview, Shawn.
Oh yeah.
Go ahead.
Sure.